Good evening and welcome to this edition of Let's Grow Texas Ag. Tonight we're going to be going over to Cuero, where the DeWitt County Purebred Breeders Association is having their 40th annual sale out there at Cuero Livestock Marketing. A tremendous amount of work goes into that sale from Anthony and Tardis, our DeWitt County Extension agent. We're going to be talking to him just a little bit. We're going to be talking to Winfred Matthews, who's been on that beef and forage committee forever. He's been at every one of these sales, 40 years worth. We're going to be visiting with Jake Jacobs. He auctioneers all over the country. He's the owner of the Cuero Livestock Auction right now, so y'all stay tuned. We'll be back in just a second with Let's Grow Texas Ag.
Welcome to Let's Grow Texas Ag, showcasing unique farm and ranch stories of the South Texas coastal plains. First-hand knowledge with special guests presented by our very own and well-known host, Joe Adams. Pull up a chair and enjoy as we share some of the heritage and insightful stories that have made us proud Texans. Let's Grow Texas Ag, sponsored by Shearer Kubota.
Welcome to Cuero Livestock Marketing. The livestock commission companies themselves have played a vital role in the cattle industry itself. Cuero Livestock Marketing has a sale every Friday. So typically, if you've never been to a sale barn, you don't really know exactly how that deal works. What you can do, you can bring cattle in here all week, especially on Thursdays. They're going to house the cattle. They're going to put them in individual pens. Then Friday morning, the day of the sale, they're going to come in there and they're going to be selling in front of buyers that come from all over the state of Texas. Don't matter if you got 100 head, 500 head, 2,500 head, they're going to sit there and they're going to sell them all day, half the night if they got to, and you're going to be able to get a check just as soon as you get through. But there's one thing you need to know if you're going to go to an auction. Don't wave at nobody, and don't raise your hand, because you'll get a truckload bought before you know what you're doing.
Lot number 35 comes to sale 6 times the money. Somebody start him off. I need 3,000. Give me 2,000. 2,000 10. Not 21 only. Now to be 2. Now to be 3. 23 only. Now to be 4. Now to be 5. 2,500 only. Now to be 2,500. Now to be 26. 2,600 only. Now to be 2,600. Now 7. 2,700 only. Now to be 2,700. 2,700. 2,600 10. 26 and a half. 26 and a half. 7 to 8 months break. Yeah.
Welcome back, folks, to Let's Grow Texas Ag. We got a real treat for you today. Mr. Jake Jacobs. Come on in here, Brother Jake.
How you doing, Mr. Adams?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing absolutely wonderful. Jake Jacobs is an auctioneer here. How many sale barns do you sell?
5 currently. 5 sales.
5 sales.
Yes, sir.
How many, just out of curiosity, and I mean, anybody that had never been around a livestock commission company, y'all need to get out there and you need to go to one, because there's lots of moving parts.
Yes, sir.
And I've known that you've auctioneered all over the country. Where all do you sell cattle at?
I sell in Edna, Texas on Mondays, Crockett, Texas and East Texas on Tuesdays, Wharton, Texas on Wednesdays. And then I bought this, so I work here on Thursday and I sell here on Friday. And then I drive to Buffalo, Texas on Saturday and sell Buffalo, Texas on Saturday.
I don't know how many of you folks out there think y'all are busy, but I want to tell you one, anytime you sit through a sale barn and you sell cattle, because you don't know if you're going to be there for 3 hours or 10 or 12 hours.
That's right.
And I think in the visit that I've had with you before, I think you said one time you sat in the same chair for 16 hours.
16 hours, yes, sir. That's a long time to sit down.
That's a long time to sit down.
A long time to talk as well.
Yeah, and you know, you sit there and after 5 days of selling, that's a pretty good job.
It's a pretty good job.
Well, I can tell you this, Jake, it's been a pleasure working with you out here. We had the 40th annual all-breed bull and female sale out here. We had a good crowd. Market's strong. Where do you see the cattle market going in the near short term?
Well, from the people that know, that buy the cattle, they think it's going to stay high for 2 or 3 years, if not longer. Just the number of cattle just ain't there anymore, Joe. And nobody's retaining heifers because the heifers cost too much. They work too much, so they don't keep them, so they sell them. Yeah. So they're going to feedlots. So the numbers are just keep dwindling down. I'm hoping they'll rebound, but that's why the market's going. From what I've talked to, the people that I've talked to that know, they said it's going to stay this way. The low's going to still be pretty high when it does go low, so just the numbers aren't there anymore.
Well, you know, I think the cattle prices right now are at record levels.
All-time high.
And I think I heard it in a conversation last night, sitting out here around the campfire, that y'all broke a record yesterday.
Broke a record. 3 weeks in a row we've broke a record.
So what does that mean?
Well, they have here at Cuero, they have since 1989, they have kept the record of average weight, head, price per head, and total, and price per pound since 1989. Every week, every sale, long time. 2 weeks ago we broke the all-time record. Last week we broke that record, and this week we broke. 3 weeks in a row we set a new record.
Well, let's just say a producer brings in a 500-pound steer calf.
He's gonna bring well over $3. He's gonna bring.
That's $1,500 for a 500-pound calf.
There's some 7 weights bringing over $3, so the 5 weights are bringing high $3. They averaged $15.25 yesterday. That was $70 higher than the week before on average.
And that $15.25 average is straight across the board.
On all calves, whether it's a baby calf or a big 1,200-pound yearling. As long as it's considered a calf, that was the average.
That's pretty impressive.
We had some calves that brought $2,100, $2,200, so it's good. It's good to be in the cattle business.
Well, I want to tell you one thing, Jake.
Mr.
We appreciate it. Is there anything that you'd like to say?
Keep eating beef.
All right, folks, don't go nowhere. We're going to be right back with Let's Grow Texas Ag.
Did you know DeWitt County produces over $50 million in livestock?
All right, welcome back, folks. We're over here at the over in DeWitt County at the Cuero Livestock Market. We're going to talk to Mr. Winfred Matthews. Come in here.
Hey,
what do you say, brother?
I'm great.
I'm doing good. Come on in here, Anthony.
How you, Joe?
I'm doing great, man. These guys have been involved with the all-breed bull and female sale out here for about 40 years. This one here. Winfred, how did this thing ever get started?
Well, we were on the livestock committee in the extension program, and we decided that we live down here in an area that's DeWitt and Navaca County, Fayette, Gonzales. They're the top cow-calf producing counties in the state. And there's no reason we can't put on a sale. And so we started the sale. Originally, with the first year or two, it was show steers. And then we said, no, we need to do something better. We need to put on a regular auction. So then for, 7 or 8 years, I can't remember how many, we went to a bull sale. And we had it on Fridays during the Cuero Livestock Market regular auction. And we'd sell 20, 25, 30 bulls. Well, then we got to looking around thinking, okay, we're down here in all this cow-calf country, so we have a lot of opportunities for raising replacement cattle. And so we moved the sale to a Saturday, still sold commercial bulls and added females to it. And we sell them cows and calves, bred cows, and open heifers. And that's kind of how we got started. And I've been involved with it since the conception. And once we got to a commercial sale for females and the bulls, it really exploded and really grew.
I'll tell you one thing, and you know, one of the key things that Winfred said is that DeWitt County is one of the top producing beef cattle counties in the state of Texas. And I'm going to bring in Mr. Anthony Tardis right here. He's our county extension agent and has done a tremendous amount of work with this sale and all over the county. Anthony, give us your take on our sale.
Well, Joe, this is number 30 for me. I've been in DeWitt County 30 years. You know, I worked through a beef and forage committee and a bull sale committee, and that's my involvement. The extension office and my personnel are the ones that kind of house the sale as far as getting information out to our consigners and getting our consignments in and getting all that information together, putting together a sale catalog, and communicating with our consigners. That all kind of goes through our office. But it's the committee that I meet with that gets this thing all put together. I just kind of do the middle work for them, and then it culminates here at the sale here every year, and it's something that I'm very proud to be a part of as county extension agent here. And as Winford said a while ago, DeWitt and counties around here are some of the biggest beef cattle counties in the state of Texas, and actually the nation too. So it makes sense for us to put on a sale like this.
Well, I tell you, I can truthfully tell you this: anytime you do anything, especially when you put a sale like this together, the tremendous amount of work that it takes. So Anthony's not, he's patting his office on the back a little bit, but wouldn't you agree that his office and Anthony and Tartarus, they do a tremendous amount of work?
He's being very modest.
Yeah.
I've been through, I think, 3 county agents in this 40 years, and Anthony's been here the longest. And if it was for him, he's the heart and soul of putting this thing on. Well, we go out, we inspect cattle when we need to. Anthony's part of the committee that goes out and looks to see if the cattle fit the program, fit the sale, the right condition, whatever they need to be. And then, but he does all the paperwork, puts the catalogs together, and without him, we couldn't get it done.
Well, I can tell you this, that over the years, there was a lot of purebred breeders in our part of the world, and we sold a lot of cattle for a lot of different people in this sale, and so it was a great marketing deal for those people. And it's kind of blossomed after that. Like this year, cattle's good. It's a great year to be in the cattle business. Wouldn't you agree?
Great year.
Yeah, and the sale barn dictates a great price right now. So there's been a lot of years that it wasn't so bueno.
Oh, that's right. We've gone through some really dry weather years and suffered through the drought, and we've always been fortunate. The cow-calf producers in the area, in the county, have consistently come here to buy because they know they buy good quality cattle from folks that have been putting them in for many, many years. And so even in hard times, we've done well. And so right now we're really looking for the heifer retention, replacement cattle retention, is still very low. People are just selling cattle, and so there's really a place for replacement cattle. And that's what we want to focus on, especially for the next 2 or 3 years. I think we're going to be at all-time record cow highs in what the replacement cattle bring, as well as the feeder cattle that are sold in the regular auction. I don't think we've seen the highest prices yet. I think they're going to get higher.
That's an interesting statement right there, because I've heard kind of the same thing. You got anything else you want to say?
There's a couple things I want to say. One is in my years here, working with the sale barn folks here, the Blackwell family, Mr. Buddy Blackwell, and then his son Finley Blackwell here. It's been a tremendous union that we've had together. And now with Jake Jacobs running the sale barn here, we're very fortunate, the committee and the sale, to have these folks here. And I know it's a little bit of inconvenience on them, so I want to put out some kudos to the Blackwells before, and then Jake Jacobs for allowing us to sell.
We're gonna over a course of time, we're gonna visit a lot of sale barns, and we're gonna talk to a lot of people about a lot of different things. But if you get a chance to come out here and check out the Cuero livestock market, come out here and give Jake and them a chance. Sit around and visit with him a little bit. You'll find out what it's really all about. Is the beef industry important to Texas?
You bet.
You damn right.
I'll guarantee you one thing, and I'll guarantee that's, it is what it is. Is agriculture king? Nothing starts without agriculture. You got to have agriculture. All right, folks, don't go nowhere. We're going to be right back with Let's Grow Texas Ag.
Maybe you know someone that should be highlighted on our program. Let us know. Submit your story ideas to crossroadstoday.com/ag.
Few things in Texas are more synonymous than Texas fine dining than barbecue. Today our travel's on Off the Beaten Path, and we're going to go west out of Victoria just a few miles to KB's Barbecue. You can look at all the stuff right here. You see what all they won. Voted Victoria's best barbecue. We're going to go in there and we're going to see if we can find Mr. Kevin Brohl. He's the proprietor of this establishment. Let's go see if we can find Mr. Kevin. What do you say, Mr. Kevin?
Hey,
How are you?
Doing good, doing good.
Well, I want to tell you one thing. You got a heck of a place right here.
Well, appreciate it, man.
You know, old Jason, we was coming in here and we do this segment off the beaten path on Let's Grow Texas Ag. And he said, you know, we're not really off the beaten path, but it feels like we're off
Yes,
the
sir.
beaten path. So,
Yes,
you know,
sir.
it's kind of a neat deal. You come out here and you got a great food truck right here. You do all your own cooking.
Yes,
you got
sir.
a heck of a menu. Let's walk in there and show them around a little bit.
All right.
No, that's fine.
All right.
Let's go see where all the magic happens. Oh, man.
All right. Well, we still cook on an all-set cooker.
There you go.
This one's about 20 years old, been patched up a few times, but it does the trick.
Had a few briskets run through it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I would say probably close to 15,000.
What do y'all normally cook in a day?
Well, you know, we have peak time of the year, slow time of the year. Right now we're in the slow time of the year with the weather. So much of the weather is dictated, our facility is so much dictated by the weather, I should say. So we're in slow time of the year other than caterings. But so on a regular day, we're cooking right now, we're at about 5. At our peak time, we're cooking about 15 to 17 briskets a day.
You know, one of the neat things about your facility out here is open air facility.
Yes, sir.
I know we've had the pleasure of being out here a couple of times. You have a live band at times out
Yes, sir,
here.
every Thursday night.
Yeah, I think we had my daughter's birthday party out here a few years ago.
Isn't that fun?
We had a great time. it was something else. It had a big
Yes, sir.
crowd, and it was pretty lively. It was.
Oh, yeah.
and the food is absolutely wonderful. Do you do all the cooking?
I do everything. Everything. I've got a crew that comes in and helps me in the evening. All they're doing is prepping the plates. Everything's cooked when they come in. I do everything. I smoke the meats, I cook the sides. And then on Thursday nights we do steaks, and I shift over to the steak grill and I'm cooking the steaks while my crew's in there serving the barbecue.
I tell you what, myself and Jason and Bianca, we came in here and ate today.
Yes, sir.
And I had the chopped beef and the cabbage and carrots and the cucumber coleslaw.
Yes, sir.
And it was excellent.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so cucumber slaw is quickly becoming one of the crowd favorites.
Well, I
Yes,
tell you
sir.
what, I would have to vote for that. Now I know every once in a while you get a chance, you come over to Cuero, you do a little catering.
Oh, yeah,
And
sure.
is catering a big part of your business?
Sure, yeah. So actually, we'd like to increase it, to be honest with you. So a lot of times the things we do here at our is really just getting people to know our product.
Yeah.
So we can book caterings and stuff off of it. So
Well, so, you know, Mr. Kevin,
yes, sir.
talking about brisket, there's a secret to cutting brisket.
Yes, sir, there is.
What is that secret?
So it's always across the grain. So if you turn your brisket over, you can see the way the grain is running. So normally almost every brisket has a point. I don't want to cut on that grill, but if you cut across that point, straight down, you will have a good cross-cut
Oh, that's beautiful.
slice of brisket. Yes, sir.
That's Texas fancy there.
That's money right there.
What are you going to do with that piece right
You're
there?
gonna eat it.
Ah, boy.
And then we turn it. We turn it on the back side, on the knuckle side, and we cut it across the other way. So we cut it here, and we turn this one, and then we cut this one straight across. Okay.
Boy, that is excellent.
Anybody else?
I know Jason will eat it.
I'll sit that one home with y'all.
Man, oh man, oh man.
So. And you can see it still holds its moisture, and
That is absolutely fabulous.
There's the little
You know, one of the things,
yes, sir.
we all grew up cooking, and you know, everybody back in the day, they'd try something and they moan. You know, they'd say, that's good.
Yes, sir.
And you know, I can tell you one thing, and that's kind of a lost art, you know.
Yes, sir.
Not a whole lot of people moan anymore, but all the old timers back in there, when you sat down,
Yes,
Grandma,
sir.
Mama Ann made something good, Grandmother made something good, you, woo, Woo, man, that's good.
Yes, sir.
But I can tell you this, KB's Barbecue will bring the art of moaning back to the kitchen.
And I'll tell you the other thing is that these briskets smoke about 20 hours. And it's all on wood. We have no gas assist. Still on, like I said, on an offset cooker, and it's all wood. We use mesquite wood. Very picky about my wood. I'm probably as picky on my wood as I am on my meat.
Yeah.
Because it's what the flavor is.
I'm telling you that is excellent. Excellent.
And you can see it's dripping off right here.
Yeah, no. That is some kind of good.
So yeah, we love to cater, and we do quite a bit in Cuero, and we do the Turkey Fest. So it's been quite a challenge. My 21st year doing this full time.
21st year full time.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
if somebody wanted to get a hold of you for a catering job or something like that, or to come out here to book the deal out here, they just ride out here and see you?
Sure. Or we have Facebook. My number's all over Facebook. We have a website, KB's Barbecue, Victoria, Texas. Hit us on one of those, and we'll get back to you.
Well, I can tell you one thing. If you're ever out here traveling on 87, you're going toward Victoria, you're going toward Cuero, look for KB's Barbecue, because you will not be disappointed. You got anything else you want to say?
No, sir. I appreciate you guys coming out, man.
We appreciate it. We appreciate your time very much. And don't forget to stop by here. And his menu's kind of like a dartboard.
Yes, sir.
Just throw a dart at it. Anything you hit's going to be good. I can tell you, it's all prepped by yours truly right there.
That's great. That's great.
You can't beat that. We'll see y'all next time on Let's Grow Texas Ag.
You've been watching Let's Grow Texas Ag. Visit our website for more information and program schedules.